Hello and welcome to another weekly report from Mecha Games. I'm Kevin.
I'm Brad. How's it going, guys?
So we missed a couple of weeks.
We recorded some, and some didn't work out, but we're back. We're finally back.
But last week was a fun week. There was a lot of stuff going on, so we're getting up and ready.
A crazy couple of weeks, and I think we're heading into some even more craziness. So.
Well, the whole thing is, so we had like Eighth Drift drop, obviously.
We had two releases, I think, since the last time. We also we were on the cusp of Innistrad coming out. So.
Yeah, we talked about it on the first one. Yeah, Innistrad was fun because it was spooky horror vampire. Yeah. Did okay.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we had some really good pulls. Yeah. We still have some really good Innistrad singles in stock right now. I think we have like a good handful of Edgar Markovs. So if you need an Edgar Markov, I think we got you sorted.
I have my Edgar Markov in that, so I'm all ready. Because I'm only playing Commander, so I need one of each of those. So I was able to grab that. Yes. And then a set that I did not think I was going to enjoy, and I'm enjoying immensely, Aether Drift.
I'm in love with it. I think it's going to be the sleeper hit of the year. I sadly haven't had enough time to digest it yet, because there's so much going on in the set. But I am very much looking forward to sitting down and playing with my cards some more.
I like my gods in there. They're a lot of fun ones. I like the Frog Goddess. She's pretty cool. I like my Homunculus, which I got in Stark Durange. A gold treatment on that one. So I did pretty well. And the store did pretty well.
Yeah, we did. So we got we got some of the good chase cards. And I think we're still sitting on a good amount of it.
And have a pre-con zombie deck out of it, too.
Yeah. I did amazingly well on my pre-release kit. I got 2 Aether Sparks in my box, my personal box. So that was a little silly. So we had a fun little event. We had an amazing turnout. We had, I believe Justice just told me, 42 or 44 people participating, and that's not including our friend group. We did a private one with 8 of us in the other room. So we had over 50 people playing on release night, and yeah, it was wild. It was pretty crazy.
Plus people playing Heresy and everything else.
Yeah, we had some other games going on.
It was a hopping place on Friday.
It was. It got a little warm, but it was good.
It was okay.
Really good.
And then, of course, there were other games now, too. So last week, it's like we've been waiting forever for a couple of releases because we love D&D.
Oh, yeah.
We love D&D and that sort of thing. When the Player's Handbook came out, it was good. I liked it. We got copies at Gen Con, so it was pretty neat. And then the DM guy came, and it was, wow, really well done. Yeah. And then the Monster Manual came out.
The new manual finally arrived. After being delayed many, many times, it finally came, and it was well worth the wait.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, Kevin and I both picked up our copies. I got a chance to sit down and really go through it, and it is a work of art. I'm absolutely in love with how they've reworked a lot of the dragons. Yeah. And all the rules around them. So if you haven't checked it,
well organized.
Yeah, if you haven't checked it out yet, you owe it to yourself. If you liked the other 2 books, you will love this one.
And I like how they're doing it now for setup for when you're designing encounters now for people.
Yeah.
So now with the CR rating is great, but it was never perfect, especially because depending on what you have. But now using the experience points in there as well, so you can build up. So not only you have that, you have like a pool for encounters. And then you can multiply
some of the bigger creatures too, they really go into more depth, and they give you like a lot of in-depth rules for like their lair and the terrain around them. So you kind of gives even more flavor and setup for those big, really cool pivotal encounters. You know, those nice like chapter-ending encounters. So,
well, I always hated the idea that because I played how many years we've been playing D&D. I can't stand the people that just go and say, okay, I'm going in there and I'm just going to wipe out the floor of all the monsters. That makes me feel bad. I want to have a reason to kill the monster. Yeah. And this really goes a long way to help you figure that out.
The other thing I really liked about it is some of the iconic monsters now, they've broken them down, and they have almost multiple instances of them at various levels. Like prime example being the vampire. The vampire is amazing. You can fight now like low-level vampire thralls all the way up to your traditional bigger bad like Strahd.
It does really well. The demons and devils, everything in there too. There's a lot of new monsters as well.
Yeah, some good stuff.
Really, really worth picking up and that sort of thing.
Definitely worth checking out at the very least. And the art is phenomenal.
And then another game that we enjoy immensely is Unmatched.
Yes, finally.
Restoration games, finally.
Oh, my goodness.
Finally. We got a couple of new boxes that came out, that sort of thing. So we have the 2 Witcher boxes.
Yes, much highly weighted. So Restoration games makes I don't think I've ever played a bad game by them. Trying to get some of their products in Canada is a bit of a nightmare. But Unmatched is probably our favorite board game in the shop. And
easy. Yeah.
The only criticism I can levy against that is that we have to wait too long to get the next expansions. It's like
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles after this. Right?
Yeah, and I'll be very surprised if they actually release on their expected release date. We'll see, fingers crossed. But it's worth the wait.
It's so good because it's 2 to 4 players, and you get to mash up whatever you want. Everyone chooses a pre-constructed deck with your model, and you're just trying to find it out so you can have.
Doesn't take up a lot of space. You can teach the game in 5 minutes.
It's super easy to learn. Not easy to master that because remembering what you have in your deck and everything now, and figure out when to use a card, when not to use a card. But now these 4 new Witcher models. 6. Is there? How many groups?
There's 4 in each, so it's right.
Yeah, but there's three characters in each, right? One of them is 3 in each of them. 3 new characters added, so the 3 new decks to add in for everything else. So it should be pretty good.
Not to mention it's Witcher, which is probably the best video game ever made and one of my all-time favorites. So a good property.
Then the first 2 seasons weren't bad either.
Yeah.
So now let's figure out what did Justice give us to talk about besides our
we got a lot. We got a lot of stuff going on.
So we have Get Mob.
Okay, so this week we have the new big collector's box releasing for Goblins. We still have a bunch that are not spoken for. I don't know if they're going to make it to the weekend, though, and I'm desperately trying to not buy one myself. This new collector set looks amazing. The thing that's grabbing me the most is the artwork for the exclusive collector's battle tome.
Which is inside the box.
It's the only way to get it, and it's so beautiful. And that's, they get you with that FOMO. GW is the FOMO masters. So we'll see.
So how are they as a unique? So it's all like Goblins on Wolves.
So it's the rules and the cards for all of the Goblin armies. This is just a new sub-faction that's being released inside of Goblins.
Right.
Basically, they are guys that try to chase away the moon and kind of follow the sun. So.
Okay. So you have all your rules for like all your trolls and everything.
All your trolls, all your traditional Moon Clan Grots, your Spider Fang, all of that is still in the book. But all the new models are wolf themed. Git Mob is what they're called. So
there's new models.
That new box is only new models, 100% new models. Yeah.
And these are new because they had Wolf Riders before.
So it's harkening back to ancient times, and this is all just basically a reimagining, AOS reimagining of. So
but the puppies don't look nearly as friendly as the
old
ones.
No, they're not near. There's no derpiness of the old models here.
Yeah, there's some mange happening here, folks. Yeah. There's some rough stuff. So I wonder if they're going to be any good, though.
Well, we just had all the rules come out for them, and we did see a day 1 patch on the points. They've already had their points radically reduced, so I think there's going to be some serious play here. I know some people have criticized the power level of them, but I think it's just like with Goblins. If you bring enough of them to the table, you just drown your opponent in a tide that they can't hope to.
And I assume there would be some spiffy movement values on the thing, so they can get around. But it's basically like a light cavalry army, right?
Yep. A lot of chariots slamming into you.
And then, of course, we are in major mode here for MechaCon.
Yes,
which is coming up in 2 weeks. Not
this weekend. Less than, technically less than. But yes, so not this weekend, but the following weekend. We are trying our first hand at doing an off-site event, cobbling together a bunch of different of our communities of ours. So we all have some card events going on. We will have some miniature tournaments going on.
Right.
And we will be also helping host our DKM friends as they run their a very large fighting game tournament. So that's going to be across the street at the convention center, right across the street from us, at the hotel, and that's going to be running all weekend long. So people will be free to come by for the video games. They are selling spectator passes as well.
Nice.
I know we're going to do some vending. We'll be there vending, as well as we're going to have our good friends from Dolly's are supposed to be coming out as well. But yeah, we have a number of events going on for that. So it's
so we have here like Dwellers Below, who does a lot of our tournaments here, Josh, and that sort of thing. So they have a capped at 70 people, so 5-man teams, 14-team limit. For this one.
So that's going to be a big team tournament for Age of Sigmar, done in the same style as the World tournaments that are going to be held, I think, in Amsterdam this year, because we're helping to sponsor Team Canada, and we will have 10 players from Team Canada down playing in that event, actually. So it's going to be a lot of some of the best people across the entire nation, and probably coming up from the States are going to be competing in that team format.
Nice.
So that's going to be a huge, really fun time.
What's come up here next? All right, so tons of Magic going on, obviously. So you have Mechacon trios, Standard, Modern, Pioneer.
Yep. So we have a number of different Magic events that are going to be going on. The first one, and we just spoke with Face to Face today, so I'm excited to announce that we are going to have a ton of exclusive Face to Face prizing that's going to be available at that con. We'll have a little bit more information on that in the hopefully by tomorrow.
Now, for those that might not be in Canada or whatever, that face-to-face game is the one that controls the tournament.
Yes, so they dictate all that. So Canada. That's how you get your invites.
Great people.
Invites as well as all of the exclusive prizing. So that's going to be exclusive cards, play mats, stuff like that. It's only available by doing one of their sanctioned events. So it's looking very likely that we're also going to have not only a standard RCQ firing, but for the trios event, we're hoping we can get it nailed down. That will also count as RCQ qualifier. And like I said, we're going to have tons of cool prizing for that. So the trios event has been widely requested, so we're hoping that that's going to be a huge success. That's a 3-man team format where each player on the team plays a different format of Magic.
Each round?
So they're all, so the players are dedicated, playing their dedicated format, but your 3-man team revolves basically around each player performing well in their category. So you have somebody playing Modern, Standard, and I believe it's Pioneer is the third format?
Yeah, Standard, Modern,
So
Pioneer.
all 3 of your players who are performing in each of those categories have to do well in their category in order for your team to do well.
Wow,
so it's,
no pressure there.
Yeah, no pressure.
No one's asked me to be on their team.
Me either. That's okay, though. I don't blame them.
And then there's draft events happening.
So then we'll be having draft going all weekend long, and it's sounding like we're going to have some really cool exclusive stuff. I'm hearing potentially we're going to have some Mystery Booster 2 drafts going on. So keep your ears peeled for more announcements for that, as well as just regular draft. And then we're going to have Commander Pods firing, and we should have some really good exclusives for that stuff too.
And a 1K standard.
And then we have our 1K standard, which is an official RCQ qualifier. We did amazing for our last one. I think we had 40 people show up.
Nice.
So hopefully we have a really good turnout for that one as well.
I hope so. It should be a good weekend for that. All right, and then we're doing Star Wars too.
We are doing Star Wars as well, and this is going to be the tournament to end all tournaments. So if you are a Star Wars Unlimited fan, you do not want to miss this event because our prizing structure is pushed to the absolute limit. So I can confirm that is going to qualify as a store championship. So we're going to have all the normal prizing for store championship. So the prizing is already really good, but then if it wasn't good enough, we're actually including in for top prizing some of the Gen Con 2024 exclusives.
Yeah.
So a full set of the exclusive cards for that, which are valued at, I think, almost $1,000 now if you break down the individual cards.
Yeah, it's nuts.
So that is going to be an insane tournament. If you're a fan of Star Wars Unlimited, please come join us for that. And we're going to have singles available on site. We still have a great selection of singles, so hopefully you'll come and join us for that. That's
very
going to be a good time.
Very good. And then last week's we talked about the 8th.
Yeah, so
42 people.
Yeah, and we gave away
the basic one.
One of that prizing there was the gentleman who ended up winning. We did a raffle, so our good friend Russ over at New Edo designed a New Edo exclusive playmat for Magic.
Yeah, Russ is awesome.
Yeah, and we gave that away. So big thank you to Russ for donating that. That was an amazing thing we were able to give away, and so everybody walked away happy from that one.
Very good.
I think that's probably the bulk of the craziness that we have going on. It's
my God.
enough to keep us busy.
And then there's e-sport happening there too, so that's going to be a lot of fun next weekend too.
Yep. So there'll be lots to come and see and do. And then, like I said, it's right across the store from the shop. So if you're coming to pop on in for a visit anyway, you can poke your head in there and see all the fun that's going on. I think we're going to try to live stream a bunch of it as well. So keep your eyes peeled on our various streaming platforms that we utilize, and it should be a lot of fun.
It should be a great time in that. With regards to the streaming, that sort of thing too, is I'm pretty much set up now. I'm working on the slide deck and that, so we should have some box openings for One Piece coming up.
Nice.
So I have that going way back to like June 2023 boxes. So starting there, working our way up through all the sets.
Yeah.
So that's not too bad. That's the third box, I think.
One Piece is such a good collector's
I love
a game that
so
I think
good.
People will appreciate that a lot. So that's fantastic.
So we're working through on that one. So we're setting up our second studio right now. So that get things going as we still patch together this one here.
We're getting there, one baby step at a time.
We'll get there. Hey, we're looking actually hiring for someone to actually do this properly.
We're hoping.
We're hoping to get someone in here to do that. Is there any other new releases besides the Get Boys?
So there's a little bit of GW stuff on the horizon. So next week is supposed to be the Krieg boxes are all releasing individually. They just put up this weekend some High Elves for Old World. I know there's not a super ton of excitement around that.
Maybe some Pokemon restock.
We have a little bit of Pokemon restock coming. That should be in the house tomorrow. I expect it'll probably be sold out tomorrow as well.
It's nuts. It's nuts.
If you're a Pokemon fan, you know that is just the sad reality of the stage right now. And then, there's always fun new stuff on the horizon. So keep popping back to see what we got coming in. I know there's some fun new board games coming this week. But yeah, always more to see and do.
There always is. And I hope, you never know what you're going to find here. We'll keep on adding more stuff to what's happening here at the store. There's rumors there'll be another paint line coming in soon.
We're hoping. We're looking into that right now. We're going to see if we'll make a judgment call on which one we want to go with. But yeah, we're always looking to grow and add new fun things.
We love AK. Of course, we have a lot of people that follow, obviously, GW page, that sort of thing. But honestly, supply chain, that's still wonky. So a lot of times it's hard for us to fill it. It's not that we're not ordering and having orders come in daily here. It's just we just can't get the stuff in, especially when it comes to payments. Well,
and our community keeps growing. So as demand and stuff keeps growing, it is, there's always that juggling act that needs to be done. So
yeah, that's right. All right. Well, that sounds pretty good.
Perfect.
Well, I'm glad we got back on to talk about this. We will do it again next week. We promise we're going to keep going on this stuff, plugging away, add more content here. The boys did a great job on the Aether Drift stuff. So
we got some great, and hopefully that's another thing we want to keep pushing to, getting more of our community members in here to just help us share their love of the various hobbies. If there's something that you guys want to see us cover or talk about, drop it in the comments, let us know, and we'd be happy to visit that and let us know what you want to see from us. So
fantastic. All right, folks, you guys have a great week, and we'll talk to you soon.
Take care. Bye, guys.
Bye now.